Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Alex here. I just wanted to thank you guys so much for coming and supporting my video. Just doing a little introduction here before all these videos, and I just wanted to really show my appreciation for you guys coming onto the channel. It really means a lot, and I just really hope that you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And without further ado, I'm not going to hold you any longer. Thank you again, and let's click to the video. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Thank you again for coming and watching. I know my intro already covered that, but today we gotta thank Swagson124 for requesting this offensive line. Now, I was not gonna ever do this, um, just because it didn't seem like this series is catching on, but it's starting to catch a little bit of traction, which I want to thank you guys for. As of the time that I'm recording this video, which is I think 2 days before it releases, we are at 31 subs, which is absolutely awesome. That's a big milestone at 30. We got to get to 35, 40, and on up, ladies and gentlemen. It is awesome. Thank you guys so much. It really does mean the world to me. So, thank you again to Swagson. And you asked, you received. So, let's do it. Into your offensive line. Tomorrow, we're finishing off the offensive line with the tackles. And then, if you guys want to see the defensive line, I guess I'll just do it just to finish off the series. But all right, let's kick it off. My number one offensive guard slash center is Creed Humphrey out of Oklahoma. This dude is just a dude. He has been super solid ever since he started at Oklahoma. He's good in the run game, good in the pass game. He fits as a great center. If you want to kick him to guard, that's absolutely perfectly fine. Super great talent out of Oklahoma. You've seen these Oklahoma running backs and quarterbacks just look amazing on the stat sheet, and that's partially due to Cliff Kingsbury's offense, but also this offensive line does do some pretty damn good protection for both their running backs and their quarterbacks. So Creed Humphrey, he's been the most consistent piece on the offensive line, and he deservedly needs to be in the top 10. So going to number 2 guy is Trey Smith. Again, if you guys want a little bit more in depth, this is all going to be in my first round big board that I did, which go check that out. Fun video. So I'm going to give a quick little synopsis on Trey Smith here. So biggest red flag is his injuries. He's played tackle, looked great as a tackle, and now he's playing guard and looks like a monster guard. So really the only reason he's not above Creed Humphrey for me is because of the fact that he has those injury concerns, which means he might not even be taken till the late first because of that. He's been easily one of the best offensive linemen in college football, and I think that he's an absolute monster. And he's a senior right now, but he was born in 1999, so he's a really young player as it is. So he'll be 21, 22 at the draft, and that's really invaluable because you can get him for about 13 years until he's 35, and we know 35 is really the huge cutoff for really great offensive linemen, and I think he could be one of those greats as long as he stays healthy. Going on to my next guy, Wyatt Davis out of Ohio State. I'm pretty sure, Josh Myers is the next one. I'm just gonna put both of these guys together. If you guys want to watch J.K. Dobbins, you should look at how large the running holes are when he's just going through. I swear to God, the 405 freeway in Los Angeles doesn't have as much room with its damn 8 lanes as it does the offensive line opening up holes on the freaking Ohio State offensive line. It is absolutely insane. This offensive line is so talented, and I gotta watch more of them because, to be honest, I kind of feel a little bit of disrespect that I threw at Wyatt Davis and Josh Myers by putting them down there, because these guys just completely demolished all their opposition, and that's why I was a little bit lower on J.K. Dobbins than most people. I still have him as a second round pick, but J.K. had literally a freeway to run through every single time, and that is hugely attributed to these two offensive linemen out of Ohio State. So great talents. Going on to my next guy, Cade out of Tennessee, another great guard. Tennessee, you watch they have a really horrible quarterback situation right now, and they don't really help out with their run game at the moment, and yet they don't look that bad. Garantano's crap. I don't even know who the hell else they have. And then their running backs, Ty Chandler, you serious? No. So it's huge
hugely attributed to Trey Smith and Cade Mays just kicking ass on that interior. And I honestly think that Cade Mays, I need to watch a little bit more of him, but I think that he's worth a second round pick, especially by his position here, 61, late second. Like, really talented offensive line here at Tennessee, and I know that they can pump out some good offensive linemen. So going on to the next pick, we got Marques Hayes out of Oklahoma. Uh, again, I mean, you see how well these Oklahoma offensive. I'm pretty sure I'm a lot higher on Marques Hayes than TDN is, but you just see how Oklahoma's offensive line just completely kicks ass. Like, quarterbacks have time, running backs have holes to go through. They're just a really solid offensive line core. Like, these three offensive line cores have just been insane. They really help out their quarterbacks and their running backs, and I mean, they need to be like commended for that. They did a great job, and Marques Hayes is a huge part of that. So early third round pick for him. I think any team would be very lucky to have any of these guys up here. Next, a little bit of a drop off, but I've heard first round buzz about this guy. I need to obviously watch him a little bit more. Deonte Brown out of Alabama. Alabama, like, their line is very interesting to me. Now, I think that they produce amazing tackles, but when it comes to guards, I just haven't seen too much in, like, I think that the running backs do a huge amount of the work, and the quarterback play that makes their offensive line look way better than it is. Now, the tackles, they kick ass. They're great. Jedrick Wills, Jonah Williams, like, these guys are bona fide studs. But on the interior, you have guys like Najee Harris, Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris, who are just like making runs look amazing because they themselves are the ones who are just completely going off and like one man armying it. And I mean, I got to watch a little more Alabama tape to see if Deonte Brown's a reason for that, but I really think that it's more the running back than the interior offensive line when it comes to Alabama's run game. So, Deonte Brown, subject to change his position, but I mean, I've seen him down at like 170, and I've seen him up in like the 30 range. I'm just like, I don't know what the hell to believe. I'm sticking him right in the middle, just based off my belief. So I'm going to bunch these guys together now. Cleveland and Hill out of Georgia. Now, these guys I arguably would put higher if Andrew Thomas wasn't just a complete freak of nature, right? So, and also, who was the guy? Isaiah Wilson? Yeah, Isaiah Wilson. Like 2 first-round tackles. Well, I mean, Isaiah Wilson could kick into guard, and he will this year. But Deonte Brown and Ben Cleveland, not Deonte Brown, Ben Cleveland and Trey Hill are complete freaks of nature simply by this. Have you guys seen the Georgia run game? Like, I don't care who is back there. They're getting yards, and they're getting touchdowns, and they're getting big holes to run through. So, for me, like, these guys were down like 170, 180 territory, and I was like, why? I mean, like, there has to be something that I'm not seeing, which is why they aren't up in like 3rd, 4th round contention. I mean, well, they're like fringe 4th round, especially with like compensatory picks. They're 4th round prospects, but still, I mean, these guys, like, have you seen the Georgia run game? Georgia's run game is insane. I know that they have some great talent. DeAndre Swift's a beast. Then you have like Nick Chubb, and you have Sony Michel. Like, yeah, they have some beasts back there. But, I mean, the only dude who I've really seen one-man army, like a shitty offensive line and make great plays, like throughout an entire season, was probably Adrian Peterson. So it's not like every single running back in the world can just kick ass. Okay, so, yeah, Ben Cleveland and Trey Hill, you just have to look at the run game. They just do a really great job at keeping the holes open and stuff, and they're really good guys to take shots on because Georgia likes to pump out some great offensive line. And you may think that they're the beneficiaries of Isaiah Wilson and Andrew Thomas. And that's the reason why they're not 3rd, 2nd round prospects. So I'm hesitant on giving them anything higher than this. But until I see something that proves it wrong, they're either staying here or moving up. That's the deal. Like as you can tell, there's like a little bit of a pattern here. Oklahoma, Ohio State, Tennessee, and Georgia, they all have pretty solid running backs, or the offensive lines help out in a very big degree. So, I mean, there you go. Super interesting. Next, Tyler Linderbaum. This guy's a redshirt sophomore, so super young. And Iowa, I think they had him a little bit higher than I did, but I wasn't going to drop him down too far because the Iowa pedigree, they just build some pretty damn solid offensive line talent. I mean, there's not really too much I have to say on this. I need to watch a little bit more of Tyler Linderbaum, to be honest. Watching Iowa is actually pretty interesting. So, I mean, I'm definitely down to do that. And, of course, over the summer, I'm going to be doing more. I mean, I've just started my job at Amazon. So, I mean, lots of work. And, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to take away from this. You guys are a big priority. So, I'm going to definitely keep my head down and keep pushing through. Because it's fun for me, too. So, going on to the next, I have Alec Lindstrom. To be honest, I haven't watched him really that much, but I know that BC creates some damn good linemen, and then more importantly, he is like the brother of I forgot the first name of the guy Lindstrom on well, that really irritates me. Until now, I remember the name of the Lindstrom on who was taken in the first round for the Falcons. Regardless, his brother, first round pedigree, has that family blood in him. Boston College has great coaching. So I think that it's somebody that you can pick up in these later rounds and put in to fill in a need. And they're able to develop. And even if he doesn't develop, he has the tools to where he has a pretty good floor. So maybe not high ceiling, but a good floor. Next, Jimmy Morrissey out of Pittsburgh. This is somebody who was much higher on their list than mine. I've watched Pitt, and I don't really see too much of a amazingness when it comes to the run game. And I attain run game usually to the guards, depending on what type of scheme it is. Obviously, like an outside zone is more dependent on tackles, but I just haven't seen too much in the terms of protection, both in pass and run game. But I still think that based on the fact that TDN has him ranked highly, I'm not going to disrespect the man too much. I'm going to put him down. 5th round talent, easy. 4th round to 5th round talent. Somebody you can stick in, has either high upside or high floor. Next, Jack Anderson out of Texas Tech. Yeah, this is another one. Same situation as Jim Morrissey. They had him higher. But, I mean, I've seen Texas Tech. They have pretty good protection. I've seen them play multiple different teams with great pass rushes. And the pass rush gets there, but not as much as you'd think for a team like Texas Tech. So, Jack Anderson, there's more to be had. And I'm pretty sure Texas Tech has a pretty boss running back. So, I need to take a second look. Jack Anderson could definitely move up. I'm perfectly fine doing that. Next, Ben Brown out of Ole Miss. I mean, I know I used to play with the Ole Miss quarterback, Matt Corral. And so I just watch Ole Miss games because I enjoy it. And then also Plumlee is pretty fun to watch. Ben Brown the offensive line's done a pretty damn good job. Nothing spectacular, but they might be helped out by the fact that their quarterback is mobile, or it's Matt with like a cannon arm who has a pretty good processor. So, Ole Miss has like solid offensive line protection, but I'm not going to give them full credit for it just based on the fact they have 2 talented dudes in the backfield. Next is Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC, and this is probably the biggest mover for me, like possibly in the end. I don't know why my freaking keyboard is having a stroke right now. This is a guy who by PFF is like a 2nd to 3rd round prospect, like one of their guys. So somebody I need to watch, but USC, I see pressure get in all the time. And I know they had Austin Jackson there too, so like they had some talent. So I gotta see some more USC tape, to be honest. I don't really like watching USC that much. I'm not a huge USC fan, but obviously this guy has some hype to him, and I kind of want to see what it's about. So keep your eyes peeled for that. All right, these next 3, they're sticking together. Notre Dame offensive linemen. These guys were either ranked around here or ranked way lower, but I know that Notre Dame has insane coaching, and for me, this is 6th round. This is just about 6th round, like late 5th, 6th round, where you're taking shots on dudes who either are going to fill a need or you're just taking a shot on somebody who could actually turn out to be a starter. And Notre Dame gives the option for both. So these guys, I'm pretty sure Tommy Kramer is a 5-star formerly. So he has that like upside in him. And then Notre Dame just offers insane coaching. Like Notre Dame offensive lineman, they have the pedigree. It's kind of like Wisconsin. So I mean, all three of these guys, they have some form of a floor because they have great coaching. And people like Tommy Kramer have 5-star in their background in high school. So definitely something to be had. These guys could definitely move up if I see some more tape on Notre Dame and like how the offensive line is going. So, yeah, guys, that's the list. I mean, we saw like a lot of chunking here with these offensive lines being very close together. But, I mean, that's what happens. When you work together as a unit, it's like either you're going to look great together, or if one of the guys sucks, it's going to be pretty obvious because the rest of the line's going to be doing their job and one dude's going to be ass. So these guys don't look as if they're buns at all, and I'm actually like really excited to see them play this year. I mean, I hope we have a season this year. I think we will. But regardless, that's the list. I'm really excited to see how this year goes. This is one of the things that I'm much less knowledgeable upon. Like I'm much better like looking at quarterbacks. You guys are probably like not after saying Tanner Morgan is better than Trevor Lawrence, but I mean I feel like I'm much more knowledgeable on running backs, wide receivers, and linebackers and quarterbacks than I am with offensive linemen. But I mean it's fun. It's just another thing to do. So without further ado, I'm not going to hold you here any longer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I hope this is good for you, Swagson. And I'm going to be doing offensive tackles tomorrow, so keep your ears out for that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. So thank you again, and I'll see you on the far side. Peace.